Hello and welcome back to my channel. Agnes, your food security expert, and today I'm taking you on a vibrant, eye-opening journey to the GTCO Food and Drink Expo right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, when we talk about food security, most of the conversation usually starts from farm, production, yields, input. But today I am trying to intentionally flip that perspective. I want us to focus on the tail end of the food supply chain, the final phase where food meets the consumer, because this is where innovation really does become visible, where value is created, and where success or failure of the entire system is ultimately revealed. As a food lover, a change maker, and someone deeply invested in how food system works in Nigeria, I'm here to observe something very specific: how entrepreneurs, processors, and food creators are transforming raw agricultural outputs into experiences that people are willing to buy, enjoy, and remember. So come along with me today and let's see what we can gauge about the whole food system from the biggest food and drink expo in the country. So, how I started the day, I met up with my sister at the gate and we navigated our way to the venue, which was just not far from the gate where you enter the hall per se. The location for the event was at Water Drive in Oniru. They call the whole area landmark. So, if you want to get there, once you reach Eco Hotel, is about a 5 minutes drive. So I don't think it's going to be a difficult venue to locate. Even on the roadside, you see people directing you to the event because it's quite popular, especially for the 3 days. So people are more enthusiastic about directing you. And then when we entered into the hall, my God, it was like stepping into a kaleidoscope. Every vendor was pulling out all the stuff: vibrant reds, pinks, orange, electric greens, balloons everywhere. So if you love a feast for your eyes, this is your playground. Colorful, and vibrant. That's the first expression as I entered into the hall. But I didn't really dive into tasting. What I first did was to walk around the hall. And if you know me, I'm a very picky eater. So instead of like going to different stands and eating, I wanted to soak in the whole event. So I quickly did a walkthrough of the place to see what was available for my taste, and soaking in the innovation at the final stage of the food supply chain. And what shocked me was that the food on display was truly intercontinental. I'll tell you, it was like a global playground for different palates, and we saw different food available. We saw fresh juices, pizza, small chops, even decadent ice creams, just name it, and it was just there for you to view, taste as you wish. But the real magic for me was like seeing just simple value addition on display. I went to a stand, they were selling palm oil, just packed palm oil, and just the packaging already adds so much value to palm oil itself. I personally went to the stand of a woman who was selling peanuts. I love peanuts, and she talked to me through her pricing about she had like 3 varieties of coconut, vanilla, and spicy peanuts, frosted and coated with sugar, I think. And for 550 grams, she asked for 500 naira. For 100 grams, 1,000 naira. And just to see that small innovation could probably create a big ripple effect down the supply chain, because I tell you, when I got home and tasted it, it was really tasty. It was just nice. Everything about it was close to perfect. So that's that. This one is so after we left the peanut stand, we stumbled upon this charming ice cream bar, and I couldn't resist. I ordered a scoop each of strawberry and coconut. Each scoop was 3,000 naira, so the 2 scoops for me came up to 6,000 naira. My sister, I think, got the vanilla and banana flavor, but honestly, it was one of the most beautiful creamy ice cream I've ever tasted. And once we tasted that, we just decided that okay, let's go around the hall one more time, for me to kind of get a grasp photographs of all the vendors that came to the event. As the first time we went around, I don't think I was really capturing their names and all, so I did that. And since it was early, most people hadn't arrived yet, so we got kind of a rare calm glimpse of all the food vendors. After doing that, we decided to step outside to explore the open air stores. It was bright, as you can see, and sunny because it was about noon. The sun was blazing. Most people were not there yet, but the energy was already picking up. And as we walked through the open air stores, we saw a flurry of grills, smoky kebabs, and like vibrant cocktails. I would just call it an explosion of smoky flavors. And I'll tell you, the grill meat, the fresh salads was like a genuine burst of creativity, but the heat was intense, so we fought to get one of the umbrellas above the seat. I think there were about 7 in total, so not sufficient for the crowd, so we were lucky enough to get one, and went through the stores again and decided to order food from this restaurant. The stall is Ile Iyan. Their stand was a vision, like truly a vision. Every detail was rich with African aesthetic, and I decided to order a local rice mix with turkey, and my sister got yam and goat meat. And one thing about me is that I don't like turkey. I don't like turkey. We decided we were going to swap portions once it arrived, but we were told that we needed to wait a little because the food was being prepared. So we sat down at the umbrella store and waited, but it didn't take long before a lady dressed in Yoruba attire came to serve us the food. And what I really liked about it was that you could see the thought they put in the packaging. Most of the packaging was done with paper bags. Even the spoon that was added was a wooden spoon, and they are kind of biodegradable. The total bill would for the rice mix, local rice mix, I think it was about 7,500 to 8,000 naira, and the palm wine I'm sure was 3,500, and the bottle of water was 500. But the food was really tasty. Every bite was infused with this fresh, authentic African taste. I gave my sister the turkey, and she gave me half a portion of her meat. Not a fair trade, but a good one at least, right? And we ate. It was really delicious. I really liked the meal. After we ate, we went back inside. It was around 1 p.m. by that time, and the crowd was already growing, and we decided to go back and get some breads from this stall selling classic breads. We got like banana, coconut. I remember the third bread that we bought from there. And my sister also went to a new different stand to order food for takeout. That was as much as we did at the halls at the festival. The next thing we did was, because I just said I wanted the whole experience, so we went to the master class. The master class started about 2 p.m. and it was a master class on wine and wine tasting. Though we didn't stay long, it was really fascinating. The presenters gave a quick, rich overview of wine pairing, and we just wanted to wind up our day, so we didn't really stay to the end. And that was how much I spent, how much time I spent at the fair. By the time we were leaving, it was around 3 p.m. Now, when I reflect on what I learned, the tail end of the Nigerian food chain, I would say it's a hotbed of innovation, and it just reminded me that we are seeing creativity here. We need to also push it at the beginning of the supply chain. So to give you some of the lessons I took away, first is innovation. We need innovation at the beginning, just as we are seeing innovation at the end. And secondly, sustainability practices is really also taking hold at the end of the food supply chain. And another thing that I just noticed was that storytelling on each plate connects us to our culture. Yeah, it can connect us to our culture. I just felt connected after that meal. And the fourth is that if you want to go to this kind of event and want to really have a really good experience, early exploration means that the crowds are less and there's more time for discovery. And the fifth one I would say is that a great meal is truly a fusion of taste, tradition, and care. And with that, call it a day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And will you be attending the food festival next year? Leave that in the comment section below.